Good afternoon, Professor Warsono, Mr. Widianto, and all my friends. I am Andreas Utama, the graduate student of Unnes, majoring in English department. Today I'm going to present in semantic class a topic about direct and indirect illocutions. According to the conventions of everyday usage, it is normal to hear a sentence like this: "Would you like a cup of coffee?" Do you think this is an act of warning, thanking, apologizing, offering, inquiring, or questioning? Well, this utterance is an act of offering, inquiring, and questioning. English speakers generally agree about facts such as this. The interesting question is, how do English speakers extract from the specific words used? In this utterance, "Would you like a cup of coffee?" the information that this utterance definitely is an act of offering, inquiring, and asking, and that this is not an act of thanking, warning, or apologizing. Do each of the following situations indicate a clear understanding on the part of both participants of what illocutionary acts are involved? Let's say Factory Inspector, "I'll come back and see this machine tomorrow." And the foreman replies, "Is it a threat or a promise?" Well, it is not clear to the hearer whether the illocution is the first utterance, is a threat or a promise. There may be doubt about what illocutionary act actually is carried out in an utterance. So, we have to concentrate on the clear cases as far as possible. We should know that one utterance may have several illocutions at the same time. Now, we have seen that an utterance can have more than one illocution, so it is useful to introduce the distinction between direct and indirect illocutions. Direct illocution of an utterance is the illocution most directly indicated by a literal reading of the grammatical form and vocabulary of the sentence uttered, while the indirect illocution of an utterance is any further illocution the utterance may have. For example, the direct illocution of "Can you pass the salt?" is an inquiry about the hearer's ability to pass the salt, while the indirect illocution is the request that the hearer pass the salt. Okay. How about this? Give the direct and indirect illocutions of the following utterances. "Why don't we go to Portugal this summer?" The direct illocution will be asking why speaker and hearer do not or will not go to Portugal, while the indirect illocution is suggesting that the speaker and the hearer go to Portugal. By what rules can a language user work out the indirect illocution of an utterance from its direct illocution? For example, if you ask me if I can pass the salt, how do I know that you are requesting me to pass the salt, rather than inquiring about my physical ability to pass it? So the notion of felicity condition turns out to be the crucial thing to answer this question. The question, "Can you pass the salt?" draws attention to one of the felicity conditions of the act of requesting. It is as if the speaker goes about getting the salt passed to him by carefully giving preconditions that his request can be granted. Of course, the hearer will then usually respond by passing the salt. We will investigate in greater detail the possible methods by which speakers recognize the indirect illocutions of utterances. For this purpose, it has been found useful to classify all illocutionary acts into different categories, depending on the type of interaction between the speaker and the hearer that they bring about. So here two classes of illocutionary acts that we shall mention are directives and commissives. A directive act is any illocutionary act which essentially involves the speaker trying to get the hearer to behave in some required way, for example, ordering and suggesting. They are directive acts. While a commissive act is any illocutionary act which essentially involves the speaker committing himself or herself to behave in some required way, for example, promising and swearing. They are the example of commissive acts. Getting other people to do things and undertaking to do things oneself are two of most important activities in maintaining the social fabric of our everyday lives. Society, as we know, it could exist without the availability of a range of directive and commissive acts. In here, asserting and questioning certain of the validity conditions of a directive are ways of carrying out an indirect directive. The effects of asserting and questioning the general validity condition on directives conserves the hearer's ability to carry out the required action. Let us now see how commissives can also be achieved by various kinds of assertions and questions. Okay. Write the utterance asserting the speaker's ability to buy the hearer a packet of cigarettes. It will be, I can buy you a packet of cigarettes. And then now, write an utterance questioning the speaker's ability to buy the hearer a packet of cigarettes. It will be, can I buy you a packet of cigarettes? Okay, I think that's all my presentation about direct and indirect illocution. Thank you and have a nice day.